Welcome to the Jimbo No Show. This is week number 2, college week, college week 3, NFL week 2. Today I got EQ with me, as always.
Hey, what's going on, world?
So today we're going to start college again like we did last time. Just go over a couple of games that we saw over the weekend. And we're going to start with the LSU and Auburn game.
Okay, so I thought this was going to be a good game.
We all did.
I thought it was going to be a close game, but apparently LSU would like to hit the reset button and try this one over again. Auburn would like to hit the reset button and try this one over again because LSU just completely ran over them. It was a complete tractor-trailer truck going through the derby, destruction derby, wheeler derby, roller derby, whatever that shit that Bigfoot rolls through in the monster trucks, that type of derby, because they just ran all through them, up and down, around. It got to the point where I was like, look, they're not passing the ball. Put 8, put 10, put 11, hell, put 12. Take the flag. Because you're not going to stop them. It was just terrible how they were just running through them. Like, number 7, I forgot his name for LSU, had over 224 yards for the game rushing. I was like, that's PlayStation worthy. Like, that's just
Bo Jackson worthy. Like,
yeah, that was just ridiculous. And the only good thing that came out of this is that Auburn is no longer starting Jeremy Jones, is it? At quarterback, they're starting somebody else. So hopefully they can.
He must not be too important because I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Well, he had a problem with throwing the ball to the guys not wearing the Auburn jerseys. Their week 1 starting quarterback. So hopefully this guy here knows the difference in between his team and the opposing team, because the last guy, he was just throwing the ball to whomever was open. Just too bad that
they played for the other team.
Yeah, because if you revert back to last week, he had, I think, 3 interceptions in week 2. He had 2 interceptions in week 1, which he went into this game with 5 interceptions, 3 touchdowns. I mean, that's a -2 ratio. And then he proceeded to throw 2 more picks. And I was just like, yo, and he had another fumble that nobody forced. He got tackled by like the invisible fairy out there because he went to throw the ball back and the ball just said, bloop.
You mean the invisible turf monster?
Yeah, the turf monster got him. So hopefully, Auburn, because, I'm glad we didn't do a show preseason because I would have picked Auburn to be in my Final Four. I thought they had a chance of winning out in the SEC West and winning the SEC overall and being in one of the Final Four teams in the playoffs. But now, no.
I thought Auburn was supposed to have a good defense. It seemed like their defense went down from last year.
Well, the defense went down because they got the old Florida coach in there, Will Muschamp. It's his second tour of Auburn. He couldn't figure it out in Florida. He did figure it out at Auburn to win that national championship, but they had this one guy on their team playing quarterback. What was his name?
Newton.
Scam Newton. Yeah. So, you don't have to play much defense when you can get the ball to Scam Newton. He can score at his own will. So, yeah, I'm kind of glad that he didn't come because South Carolina was trying to hire him. And I'm kind of glad he didn't come to South Carolina now because you let Jacksonville State almost beat you. You had to go to overtime to beat them. Come on.
It happens. We could go back from Michigan.
Okay. See, Michigan, they played still a D1 school. They just played their FBS.
That's right.
Jacksonville State is Appalachian place. Yeah, they do play in the FBS.
Yeah, they do.
Damn, boy.
Like we talked about last week, the smaller schools are getting talent that nobody don't want.
But come on, Jacksonville State.
I understand, but that should be a walk, yeah. But it happens.
Yeah, it happens. Just damn. I don't know. What's the next one we got, Jimbo?
Let's go to Ole Miss and Alabama. I mean, I think Alabama's going to do something better this year than last year, but obviously the defense didn't show up in the first quarter, or the quarterback fell asleep, one of the two.
Ole Miss is for real.
Now they are, yeah, but they was for real a couple years ago too, like 20 years ago.
Yo, they put up 73 plus points in their first 2 games, and they just hung over 40 points on Alabama.
Yeah, that's true. Alabama's defense is kind of weak, but I want to hold that against Ole Miss because they got a good quarterback and 2 or 3 good wide receivers.
Yo, I would say Ole Miss can only take away one of those touchdowns. Like, yeah, it was a fluke play, and you know which one I'm talking about.
You doggone right, I know which one you're talking about.
When the dude just threw the ball up on a prayer, and Jesus came down and made it fall into the Ole Miss player. You cannot tell me Jesus didn't have a hand in that.
It got tipped too. No, remember, it got tipped to the Ole Miss player.
That was Jesus. That's what. Yeah, look, you want to say Jesus ain't a football fan? Well, we know who team he roots for. It's Ole Miss.
You know he's a football fan. That's why he played on Sundays and Saturdays.
Yeah, I was like, yo. When I saw that play, I was like, yeah, it's pretty much over. It's really.
When you got 2 people there from Alabama and 1 person from Ole Miss and another one down the field, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much over. And the guy did what you're supposed to do. He tipped the ball down. It's just unfortunate that he tipped it right into one of his. Yeah, I mean,
we can't explain that one.
I mean, but still, you know, I'm not trying to give excuses for Alabama. You still have to show up and play the game. And apparently they didn't in the first half. They just, 24 unanswered points?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Ole Miss put on them. So, you know, and then at the very end, it went back and forth. And because Alabama couldn't close the gap against Ole Miss, they lost. They wind up losing the game. I mean, Nick Saban blamed it on they just shot themselves so many times in the foot. I'm like, no, stop giving up 24 points and a half. I'm a Carolina fan. I saw us do it several times. You need to play second half defense. Yeah, it's hard to come back from 24 points in football at any level. It's hard to come back. So, you know, and speaking of South Carolina.
I was going to say that later, but you can ahead and go if you want to.
I'll put it to you like this. Next season, we're going to have some good, experienced guys on our team.
You sound like a guy from Hagmar. This year's our Cowboys year. What year
I'm kind of excited that we're going to start our true freshman quarterback because Connor Mitch, I don't know how he won the job to begin with. Hello? Hello? Jimbo? Hello? Are we still recording? Jimbo? Are we still? Hello out there.